Well, here's the thing. I know that there's people out there who dislike Brandon Herrera, because he's gotten into politics, and he's a gun guy, and he's on certain sides, but he's on certain sides of the aisle that, some people don't agree with, but this gun is just a fucking insane, awesome idea, and the fact that he brought it to life and stuck to it, kept honing it, and kept making it to where he didn't wind up like Kentucky Ballistics. By the way, yeah, that still hurts to watch. But the fact that he's putting this video out, and it isn't the AK-50 nearly killed me. The fact that it just says the AK-50 is just like, the dude did it. He followed through on a dream of his, which was to bring the look and the feel of the AK-47, arguably the greatest assault rifle of all time, and chambering it and making it a 50 caliber. That is an insane concept, and the fact that Brandon Herrera followed through with it, still, like, I admire him for that. I admire the hell out of Brandon Herrera for following through on the AK-50. Because it's been a dream of his for a long time. And he's accomplished it from the looks of it.
I'm just wondering if you realize that all the gun channels have to get sponsors because YouTube won't monetize anything with a gun in it.
No, I know.
That's why I asked that.
Well, no. Well, dude, don't remind me. We've done gun videos in the past, and while they didn't do big numbers or anything like that, yeah, they got hit with demonetization until we reminded them, hey, this is being done on a safe, like, we're following safety procedures, and we're demonstrating how the guns work. We are not demonstrating how to, customize, weapons to do anything. And here's the thing about it. Brandon is fabricating this gun from scratch. It's not like he's taking a 50 caliber gun and he's, modifying it into an AK-47. He's building it all from the ground up, which does follow YouTube's guidelines, albeit YouTube sometimes doesn't really care and just, demonetizes it anyway. But here's the thing. This was requested on our Discord, and it got a lot of upvotes. So here we are. We're watching this now, and I guess we're going to see Brandon Herrera finally live out his dream of having the AK-50 be an actual thing. Are you ready? Let's go. Okay.
A famous man once said, "There is no real ending. It's just the place where you stop the story." Who said that? What does it even mean? Doesn't matter. I said it because he said it, so now he was famous, and it's basically getting said by two well-known guys. I don't... Tell you what, let's just start from the beginning.
Oh, Big Iron.
There'll be no strings to bind your hands, not if my love can bind your heart.
Fair enough.
There's no need to take a stand.
You shot me.
For it was
Yeah,
I
fair
who
enough.
chose to start.
Hey, he's doing a great job from what I'm seeing, dude. Hey, editors are worth their weight in gold. All right, and honestly, a lot of editors out there don't get the praise that they deserve.
I'm old enough to face the dawn. Just call me angel of the morning, angel.
There it is. It's a great intro. Hell yeah.
My name is Brennan Gerrell, and this is my gun, the AK-50. If you're new here, there's a few things you need to know. So let's go back
Ray-Ban
to
Ray-Ban sponsorship. Like, that guarantee he contacted Ray-Ban and just be like, hey man, I will have a glory shot of me looking like a fucking badass wearing your glasses. And it's just like, okay, here's $5,000. Thank you very much.
In the beginning, the universe was created.
Not that.
No.
There we go. That's better. So around 8 years ago, I announced I was working on an insane task. To take an AK-47, the most iconic combat rifle in the world, and scale it up to the insanely large 50 BMG. You know, the caliber usually reserved for...
Okay, here's the thing. This right here, you know, this is like footage from like the like this part here. This is actually footage from the Soviet Union, and I believe that old man
task. To take an AK-47.
That is actually like Kalashnikov himself. Yeah. Optimov Kalashnikova automatic rifle number 40, model number 47. The AK-47 when you absolutely need... Actually, I don't want to quote the Ordell Robbie quote because I don't want to get demonetized because we're already at risk of that anyway. So, you know who could say it better and it'll actually make it in context because it'll be in the movie? Samuel Jackson. So, take it away, Sam. The quote is, for anytime you want to blow away every motherfucker in the room, accept no substitutes. And there you go. Hopefully we don't get demonetized for that, and YouTube will see it as in context, as it's a quote from Cormac McCarthy. Never mind. Fuck.
The most iconic combat rifle in the world, and scale it up to the...
Also, this B-roll shot from Lord of War, it's one of the most iconic shots of an AK-47 ever, and the fact that he used it, I respect it.
Large 50 BMG. You know, the caliber usually reserved for anti-aircraft guns, or the one Archer said could kill a building. So just scaling up an AK fire 50 BMG sounds simple enough, right?
No.
Well, if you think so, you know as little about weapon design as I did when I decided to announce it. You see, at the time, I hadn't even dropped out of college yet, and while I had already started building AKs, I knew nothing about practical gunsmithing. So I enlisted the help of my local gunsmith, Chris Baker, and with the help of this redneck wizard, we got to work. Some of the parts we designed and had made by local companies, the rest we made ourselves with blood, sweat, and tears. But mostly blood. And by May of 2017, we had enough of an AK-50 version 1 ready to fire its first test shot. Live round. 3, 2, 1. She's together.
Full health, man.
So now step 1 was complete. The gun wouldn't explode on its first shot. Congratulations. But we're not building a single shot gun. We need to make it semi-automatic, so we need to make it cycle. So from there we added the gas system, the thing that makes AKs function.
Yeah.
After we added gas, we were able to make it successfully extract and eject its first round. 3, 2, 1. Motherfucker! Motherfucker!
Yeah.
Damn it!
See, me and Zach, when we used to go shooting way back when, and we whenever we would be aiming for a target and we'd hit it, we'd have we would have moments like this where I would be there with my 30-30 and just yeah, there's like 2 in a row, freestanding, Frontier style, and then Zach would be down on his table, about 150 yards away, and we'd put a penny in the middle of the ballistics gel, and he'd smack the penny with. I was like, ugh! Yeah, he had his 270 for that one.
Fuck yeah! Fucking A! A massive win for something that people had said was impossible. Impossible? Now, why would that be impossible? I mean, after all, you're just scaling up a 7.62 AK to the point where it would be able to fit 50 BMG. right? Well, no. You see, that's where you run into two different issues. First one being, even though the size of the bullet is getting bigger and the size of the gun is getting bigger, the size of the person using it stays the same size.
Yes.
Meaning that if you just scaled it up 1-to-1, you'd end up with something that looked like this. Not something that's really usable.
No. Yeah, exactly. That's hilarious in concept, and seeing it there is actually, like, pretty damn funny. Nah. That's no bueno, dude.
To anybody. Not like you could, because that's where your second problem comes in. That wouldn't work anyway because of something called square cube law. Square cube law is kind of an understanding of physics that things don't scale up or down on a 1-to-1 ratio. In fact, it's a lot more dramatic. For example, doubling the size of something doesn't just double everything else, like area and volume. Those might correspond by being 4 times or even 8 times bigger. Without getting too fucking Bill Nye on you, a simple explanation of that is why an ant's feet are allowed to be super tiny and an elephant has to have 4 fucking tree trunks to be able to support its weight. It's not a 1-to-1 ratio. Then you have issues with gas.
Well, that's on a planet where gravity is a thing, whereas if you're in space, you don't got to worry about stuff like that. You don't got to worry about the. This is like in the realm of physics on like a geological scale.
Gas volume with relative pressures. Look, all of this to say, not as easy as making this much bigger. A lot of engineering, a lot of math to be done. But let's get back to the AK-50 timeline. I know a lot of you may not be super interested in gunsmithing and weapons technology, weapons design kind of stuff. If you are, I hope you know you can get your start at sdi.edu using the links in the description and the pinned comment. So to help with this engineering workload, we had a lot of help, including my Brass Valley internship program, which, among other things, is where I found my current head gunsmith, Zach. Someone who would prove essential in completing the 50 project. So after redesign, after redesign, after redesign, we settled on what would be the AK-50 V2, which would go away from the heavy and expensive milled receiver in favor of an easier, cheaper, and lighter stamped receiver. And in May of 2021, we were ready to test to see if an AK-50 could actually fire and cycle consecutive rounds, which it motherfucking did.
Cycling test with a magazine. In 3, 2, 1. I felt that trigger reset. I'm sending it again in 3, 2, 1.
Semi-automatic.
Motherfucker.
We made it to 8 rounds in a row.
It'll be demonetized for him saying MF or like that over and over again. If not for the guns.
Mother mucker.
I think he's just saying it because he knows the guns are already going to cause the demonetization.
Probably so.
Prove the concept. This gun could work. So now that we knew the AK-50 was possible, it was time to make the gun we actually wanted to make. Not just making the skeleton of a gun fire, but making a complete gun. From the handguard, to the dust cover and optic mount, to a few internal upgrades, it was time to make the gun that we had always wanted to make. A fully functional, fully assembled, completed AK-50. But who was capable of making some of these parts? Well, we were lucky enough to be in the greatest country in the world, Texas. Which means industry giants like titans of CNC were in our backyard. And after finally finding a dance partner who could make our parts exactly as we needed them, the road to a finished AK-50 was clearer than ever.
Hell yeah.
But we made a lot of changes to the core of the gun over the last couple of years from what we learned from the V2, and we needed to know if this new AK-50 would function as we thought it would.
How's that work? Pretty decent. Not gonna hit anything there. Cool.
When all else fails, what do you use for weight support? Quickcrete. Not only Quickcrete, but bags of Quickcrete, which we have like 5 bags of that in there. I was saving it to like build out onto the patio thing we have down here, but one of the bags busted open and it's like spilled out all over the floor and ugh.
That's
City
fun.
test fire if it's not ghetto.
What are we doing?
I don't know.
Praying.
Different.
Pray.
Strange going on, guys.
AK-50 V3 test fire. Several years in the making. First round. 3, 2, 1.
Blam.
That just fucking cycled. Thing. First fucking try. What the shit?
So now that we knew the core of the AK-50 V3 worked, it was time to add the rest of the gun, which as it turns out, led to its own problems. Ejection issues, dust cover not fully locking, there were a lot of minor details to overcome. But after months of fine-tuning, we were finally ready to test what we considered to be a completed gun.
And here we go. I mean, given all the custom fabricated pieces, it looks like it looks like 3 different guns or 4 different guns piled into one, because you've got you've got this here, the gray set, gunmetal part up here. You got a little more rusted part down here. Then you got this machine milled part here. I mean, it's a thing of beauty, but I'd give it like a powder coated paint job or something, dude. That way it all matched. Also, he's got a Trigicon ACOG on it. That's a beast of a gun.
All right, going hot. All right, AK-50 V3 completed, assembled, test fire. In 3, 2, 1.
1.
Let's see.
We're good.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Oh my God.
I've been waiting 8 fucking years to do that.
I bet you have, dude. Feels good, don't it?
That was the fastest we've ever fired it to.
I think so.
Fuck. God, who's next? All right, you want to give it a shot?
Me.
I got 5 in it.
Very nice. How much?
Wow, it's cool shooting it with it now.
8 years of your life. That's the price. 8 years. Literally 8 years of hard labor.
Now fully together, because now we've got this dust cover, the optic mount and everything, so we're shooting with this, the Trigicon 50 cal optic. The hand guard lets us, actually put a bipod on it so it's stable. We're not shooting it off of a bunch of fucking sandbags.
Yeah, having
And some
to,
quick creep.
being able to actually aim it instead of looking down the barrel and making sure it's vaguely on the berm. It's pretty nice.
Just kind of sending it, yeah. The bipod we're actually using here is an Atlas bipod, but it's mounted using a QD Picatinny mount from Sylvan Arms. They're actually a great sponsor of the channel. Super nifty, just quick detach. So when we're doing it for transport and whatnot, it's a nice little setup. Also thanks to Kerr Ammo for hooking us up with some of this 50 cal, because testing ammo for 50 BMG is not cheap. So we appreciate them as well.
Tell me about it.
Ammo in general is not cheap.
No. Well, you want to know the thing? I have a bunch of 50 BMG ammo. I have it in my room. I got it because Zach told me that he had a friend that he called up and he was going to bring his 50 cal up to the shooting range and we were going to have fun. But he said he would only bring it up if we brought the ammo. To which I said, hell yeah, I'll buy 2 boxes. I've had that ammo now for like 5 years.
Dude never brought it.
Nope. Never a word. And Zach said that he was so sorry about that, and I was just like, well, just in case it ever happens again, I mean, let me know. I have the ammo. There's other people I know who do have 50 cals. It's just,
Well, I mean, I was going to say you could probably look up if there is a range anywhere nearby that has a 50 cal available. And you could just take your ammo with you and be like, hey, I brought my own 2 boxes of ammo, and they'd probably let you shoot it for either very little rental fee or free.
Well,
if it's your ammo.
Well, they usually charge you for ammo separately. And if I bring my own, they might be a little confused about it. Be like, why do you have random 50 cal? Like,
just tell them exactly what you just told me.
Dude, I'll give you the short version of it.
It makes sense to me.
Yeah.
It makes sense to them. They'll be like,
yeah.
Okay.
They'll be like, okay.
And just be like,
well,
to be honest, I just want to shoot it now.
Yeah, I've had it for like 5
probably
years.
Be like, don't blame me. Don't blame me.
I've had it for 5 years, bro. It's just been sitting there looking at me, just be like, fire me. I am designed to destroy. Fire me. Anyway.
But now, we've loaded up a full magazine of 10 rounds because for the first time in the AK-50's history, I think she's ready for mag dumps. So
Do it.
This is, like I said, a long time coming. I think on the B2, we were able to get 8 consecutive rounds before it gummed up. But now I think we're just going to send it. I think she's good. I think she's ready. Do you concur, Doctor?
Let's see what she does.
Time to find out. Time to fuck around and find out. All right.
Fafo.
Mag down. 3, 2, 1. Oh, yeah.
Yes!
There she is.
10 rounds straight.
Ah.
That is a...
My question is, did each round hit anywhere near the other rounds?
That's what I'd have.
What did that grouping look like?
Right, just like straight on. Wow, 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 wow.
Probably.
All over the place.
It's like there. Like,
Yeah, it's a little bit all over the place.
The words of the great warrior poet Ryan Reynolds. I'm touching myself tonight.
Could you imagine Deadpool getting his hands on one of those? Deadpool getting his hands on a 50 BMG AK, an AK-50, and he's just like, it's like, holy shit, I've never been this rock hard before. Huh.
I felt like
Can
the
I
first thing
fire
they
it?
would do is shoot Colossus with it and be like, yeah, I figured that wouldn't work.
They'd shoot Colossus with it, it'd leave a big ping dent in his abs, and he'd just be like, wait, what the hell? And he's just like, oh, fuck nuggets. You got armor piercing? He's like, yeah, I got it right here. No, wait, no, don't.
Threat neutralized.
Yeah.
Watching this thing run is just so sexy. The only thing that would possibly make this better is some high-speed footage.
Oh, hey.
Ballistic high-speed.
You see, when we had the ballistic high-speed guys in town to record our gyro jet slow motion video, we asked for their help on one more project.
3, 2, 1.
Here we go. Oh. Brandon, you gotta like flip it around like to behind you, dude. I gotta see what that fireball looks like. Ah.
Just because I've always wanted to do this.
Hip fire.
Really, the recoil's not bad. As heavy as it is, it shouldn't be.
Does that make sense?
Well, yeah. The heavier the rifle is, the stronger the bullet needs to be in order to like make an impact on you. Now, the weight can be something to deal with, but the recoil wouldn't be as bad as you think. Unless you have a recoil suppression system like what they got in the AA-12. Have you ever seen like the AA-12, like the automatic 12-gauge shotgun not Soviet, but FPS Russia? Yeah, he had 2 of them and was firing both of them. And it's like those have a recoil suppression system where basically the chassis is inside of this like molded like it's in this molded shell around the inner workings of the gun, and basically when it fires, it ratchets back, and then it fires again, it ratchets back forward. So basically, it counteracts the impact by moving the chassis on the inside of the shell that's around the gun. It's really innovative. And I'm surprised they didn't use it in other weapons.
Time to shoulder fire this big heavy bitch. It's been a long time coming. So impractical. But so fucking hot. I got nothing. That was just fun.
It hasn't killed anyone yet?
Not yet.
Hey,
No,
what's up, Matt?
Today.
Sweet.
Matt from Demolition Ranch.
That sounds beefy.
It is beefy.
And it cycled just like that?
Oh yeah.
You did it!
Your favorite baby cow, right?
Yep.
Awesome. That feels really good.
It's not too bad. The recoil is not bad either.
No, that's awesome. Good job.
I feel like a proud dad.
You should. I feel like a not proud dad. None of my kids can do that.
A famous man once said, "There's no real ending. It's just the place where you stop the story." Frank Herbert was the one who said that. He wrote Dune, so put some fucking respect on his name.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's the story of the AK-50, or at least the story so far. We've come a long way from a future college dropout in a garage to millions of subscribers and
He's gonna quote
whatever the fuck this
Dune.
turns into.
I could quote Dune as well. I believe the gun he just made is a hawk amongst lesser birds.
Yes. Listen, Arkaib. Sorry. Yeah.
So if I were to wrap this up all tight with a bow, whatever, I guess I'd say that the AK-50 was never a distraction or a hobby. It was a starting point. And now, who knows where we'll go. All I know is that I wouldn't be here without you. Where we'll go in the future, I have no idea. But what I do know is that today we can set aside the age-old question. Where AK-50? Here AK-50.
Really surprised Donut let him get away with not inviting him to be in this.
Well, no, I guarantee you, Donut and Kentucky Ballistics and a bunch of other people want, as soon as this came out, they were just like calling up Brandon and be like, "What the fuck, bro? What? You invite Matt, which I get. Matt's awesome, Demolition Ranch, but you don't invite me. You don't invite any of us." And it's just like, bro, I couldn't wait. I had to fire it, and Matt's the closest one to me. I'm sorry. I guarantee they're gonna make another video and just be like, everyone shoots the AK-50, with Donut, KB, and basically everybody else, like all the other gun nuts out there. Oh, they'll probably get other ones like Windagoon and the Act-Man as well. The Act-Man's come to some of the shooting range days with a bunch of people, dude.
That's cool that Windagoon. My buddy's so salty about Windagoon being successful doing what he had an idea for a YouTube channel.
Well, that's how it goes, man. Well,
yeah.
Here's the thing. You know who had
He was like, I gotta make a video on Brown Mountain before that asshat does, and apparently I think he did actually make a video on Brown Mountain before Chance ever got to doing it, and I'm just like, you should have done it, man.
Well, and here's the thing about it, you can be mad all you want to. I mean, hell, am I mad that there are other people out there who do reaction videos? No. And here's the other thing too, is have other people done SCP films before we did?
Yeah.
Why be mad? Make your own video about it and just move on. Hell, maybe... here's the thing.
I think he just had the mentality that if he was the first to make a video about it, that it would be more likely to get recognized or something, but...
That's not always the case, because...
it's not always the case. A lot of times people will do something the first time and everybody will sleep on it and it doesn't actually get popular
Then someone else
until
does
someone
it.
else does it
Oh.
again, and then they get looped together in an algorithm, and therefore the first one actually starts to get recognized because of the second one.
Well, yeah, and here's the thing how that happened. Game Theory had that happen to them early on because...
We literally had that happen to us.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Our SCP film, it was okay, when we first released it, but then whenever
oh yeah, when There Is No Anti-Memetics Division
came out, Sorry, I have a memory disorder.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
But yeah, when that released, like all of a sudden people started coming back to ours because ours started getting thrown on the algorithm with it.
Yeah, and not only that, but also the mentions from Site 42. Sherman, by the way, you're awesome. Same for Ecomog, M-Dog and all them. The Struggle Nation. Simpapi Rick, Old Man Reacts, like everyone, Chicago Reacts, everyone who did a reaction to ours. And then not only that, but the creator of the Anti-Medics Division series, like everyone was just so supportive and like just so happy to see what we're doing, and we're more than happy to show the support to them because Anti-Medics Division was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's not a competition, man. You don't look at like the internet. It's not supposed to be a competition because like Game Theory had something happen to them. Like they were in the midst of making a video about Metal Gear Solid, a specific thing about Metal Gear Solid. And IGN released a Theory Gamer video. That's literally what they called it, a Theory Gamer video. And they literally like scooped MatPat and Game Theory on their thing. And MatPat said, "You know what? We're just not going to release our video. We worked all this time on it. When they scooped us, we're not going to do it because then they're just going to say that we're copying them." And then I think his editor came to him and said, "Matt, 50,000 people watched that video. And it's like 3 weeks old. If we release our video and it gets 1 million views, then guess what? People will remember our video over theirs." And that's exactly what happened. And then basically, it's not about being first. It's about making the impact. And the thing is, sometimes you will be first. And sometimes when you're first, you're not going to hit anything. Hell.
To me, it's just more funny to like poke fun at him. Like, should have made the video, dude.
I get you.
Also, it's like, hey, you could have been hanging out shooting guns with Brandon Herrera and Donut. Like,
oh God!
If you had have made your video when you said you were going to.
Yeah, Chris Baker. Brass Valley Boys, and then Titans of CNC. Alan Aztec. I figured he would have gotten like Slav King to make a best job I ever had. Yep, I agree. I figured he would have got Slav King to record something. It's like, stomach is empty, but fridge said no. But there's no problem. Boris is here. Blows up fridge. Blows up fridge with AK-50. It was a stomach. Demand input, but fridge said no. Anyway, but yeah.
It's like, alright, now record sound of AK-50. Yes, this good beat for hard boss.
Yes. It's like Brennan Gerrell has AK-50. Boris want to shoot. Boris will shoot. Cheeky Bricky and Dumpkin. I don't know if Life of Boris is still going. I think he's called. Oh no, Life of Boris. He came back.
Our butter is made 7 days.
Yeah, my summer car. The last video of my summer car. Dude, stop teasing people like that. Come on. There it is. This is easily one of my favorite bits of his.
Stomach demands input, but fridge say no. But there's no problem. Boris here to help.
Just absolute destruction. Alright. But yeah. Anyway, so that was Brandon Herrera with the AK-50. Damn, I want to shoot that thing.
By the way, I'm sorry guys if my reaction was inadequate to this video, but I'm not as knowledgeable about the inner workings of guns and gunsmithing as most.
And here's the thing. I know some things, but I don't know everything. And if I misquoted or misidentified anything in this, My apologies. Once again, that's like, I'm only human. I know a fair amount, but I'm nowhere near the gun nut that is Brandon Herrera. I love guns. I practice gun safety.
Of course, we are American.
Well, yeah. Well, no, that's the thing. Not all Americans love guns. There's some Americans out there just be like, guns kill people.
All real Americans love guns.
There you go. It's like, guns kill people. Yeah, that's the point. Someone breaks into my
Guns
house,
don't
I'm going to kill that
people.
son of a bitch.
The government does.
There you go. Thank you. I was going to say the government's killed more people than like independent gun-owning Americans ever will. Am I wrong? All right. Anyway, that's going to do it. So, yeah, Brandon Herrera, congratulations on the AK-50. Cannot wait to see cannot wait to see future videos where you have everyone else shooting it and get their reactions.
If you happen to see this by any chance and you leave a comment, are you planning to work on another gun next?
Yeah.
I'd love to know.
We'd love to know, dude. Because, you've lived your dream of the AK-50, but there's always more. What lies beyond that other horizon?
I built one Gundam and then I kept building them. Like, you could build one gun and keep building them.
Also, Brandon, he builds guns, or Gundams. You build guns. Y'all pretty much just alike.
Except my Gundams don't make loud, cool noises.
But they do look cool. Yeah. They do look really cool. Anyway, so yeah. That's going to do it, everybody. Thank you all very much for tuning in. Check out more from Brandon Herrera by clicking his name in the title of the video. And until next time, I'm Nate.
I am Nick.
Y'all be good people. Take care. Bye-bye.